Crava be free Napoli, and out of all the suitors on open no, Paris Saint-Germain obeko. Meaning say there were a lot of clubs and here interested in him. It drew maybe crowd not the situation now kwa say Napoli for nankasana omaya so omama free club ni munko. But Rich, football transfer market no. The decision to say oh yebemo obi akọ obi say ono apese okọ ene yira yebe yirim se bema na akọ na se ma ne nkọ na enuma bebre ena edi eduru a point where after the ebe clear so this player ebe move from one club to the another. Now I think some mete gas carry at the NC, and I will tell you simple why. Abantieno in football terms, in terms of tactical positions, Rich Abantieno has been programmed to play in a typical 4-3-3 because one player, let's forget about all the other positions, one player, Rich, your programming is say wing forward. And teams are mobile front three of forwards, left hand side, I want to Brentford, any favorite position. Some of us get the best out of him. Why is a Rafael Leao? Why is a Jadon Sancho? Why is a Yamil Amamone Rafinha Mobono Mobonibino? Why is a Leroy Sani, Kingsley Coman? Those kind of players, Garnacho mo. Enti Abantieno, Sewasha, since our Oba Napoli. Any coaches are why you Juma under them, no. Any coaches are not almost fancy playing front three. It's in a year, man. But Rich, all of a sudden, what is Antonio Conte? And Conte, no cranny, Conte favorite position, favorite. The 3-5-2, no. I want to Conte open pa. Enti Conte ba no. Ni favorite position on open 3-5-2. Say na be ya obenya two strikers. Now it seems say Antonio Conte eko Napoli no obeso ye Chelsea de ni bi. O share players na available now say me wo cover. Na me wo Politano, na me wo David Neres. These are wing forwards are very good there. Then I will take the decision and take it with just in the be. Me more 3-5-2. Say that me prepare. But I would rather want to play in a 3-4-3. Say that in my team, I will still get the opportunity to play two wing forwards. But Rich, there's a small difference in the normal 4-3-3 wing forwards, no. Any coach are over a 3-back with wing backs and wing forwards, no. Coach Bia at Antonio Conte, no. Rich, uchu time. The wing play, the responsibility of the wing backs, no. And the Ama Abanti Afene Kava in the new position, no. Rich, he must play more of an inverted striker. Close to Lukaku, so only David Neres nebo, so only Politano nebo, they must close in as inverted strikers to Abentefel Lukaku. Seni Ebeya, Antonio Conte wing backs, can have the luxury to run those lines, Ama omo are suffocated with space. Onya space any or boy in a typical 4-3-3 or boy far left ho na obo se na be ya obi akra engage no e was any space ho no onya ne sa Abante no want to move. Me assure said the reason why he wants to join PSG and say Ore friend Luis Enrique is a typical 4-3-3 coach. But Rich, minim se Kava James oh the Mayama Napoli bi amaye Maji Scudetto nimpa momo it ma me movie on minim se Luis Enrique wo think say onya a very good player obeka Paris Saint-Germain team ni ho a e ma team ni yehu L'Equipe a reported say agreement no yes silly and it is around 70 million. But Rich, I have only one problem. So who ko PSG team ni mu a in Cecia omo 4-3-3 na omo bon. They obo more games ewo baby a Crava ebono e Bradley Bacola.
Oh PSG.
Or you're young, or you're French, and he plays in the French national team. And me a referee say, Paris Saint-Germain belongs to Qatar. But Rich, it is a French project. And say if Luis Enrique Grano or Modi Mone so na dum dada. Say Ekoba say or statise or benchi Bacola to play Crava. Na avented a losing form and to contribution to the French national team. And as a French for him, so Omania one of the exciting wing forwards in the Oya crowd grow into that position now. Right? Uchu mutai. The country politics will come up against you. And that is the only controversy kakra and what cover any move to team my friend Paris Saint-Germain. I think so it's a very good move. But I will watch how the politics will go with Brentford and Bradley Bacola because no Ukrainian Bacola ain't bornable. But head to head against this guy is more deadly. And mommy in that position, no. But send a medical canon. Uko country be a more. Yeah, yes, then Miss Akumoni giddy. Say, Bia, Mukwala no about two Ghana striker be na yeah, politics there be, but I'm not funny, especially when they play as a national team player.
Okay, Pep call Bayern. How many have the same problem?
What you say?
Also, chairman, born out on F. But German game, no,
and there is always that problem. And unim, Minister Luis Enrique is stubborn. So, Ojiri say. Crava and Ebemano, the open on the team, he will play him and forget about the Amoka Kano. But eventually, the results they will ship him out quickly with the pressure from the media because they will want their French boys to come in and play. And that is what made it honor. But I think it's a very good transfer for Tima Yefene, Paris Saint-Germain, any Brentford. I say, me pedal Manchester for Busipa. If eventually Anthony Nyaklaba, you say we have a Tisaba and Olympiacos so aba. Na minimsi ebedru ho. I didn't come to do a lot of analysis, but I am just imagining say that Ebeba say finally Anthony free Manchester United akono. Esebo bi ebekoso wiem because a lot of people think say why ending up as a bad business for Tima, your friend Manchester United, but Rich. So what to say Olympiacos and Real Betis, then you conclude that Manchester Boca. Yeah. Because there's no way they will be able to pay even half of Sika Manchester Erekoto Anthony.
You're close to 100 million.
Exactly.
What disappoints you?
Oh yes.
I'm
a fan cancer. I'm a father. I'm a fa. Rich. Look, Flower more Germany. Our Sky Sports Germany. A report say Bayern for no any bread omodi pay in kuku no enyagro. It is not about even tell more any the link of him to Chelsea the derby. Max Abraamo pay in kuku at Bayern. It was move brave because Rich in kuku edging the deal Europe no. Oh yeah, in the Bundesliga. And Tamana all the Bundesliga, you know, he was voted as the best player in the league. And the league, you know, and a Bayern, and only some Bayern tradition, you know. So we emerge as the best player in the league. Now, Mama Bayern, you must play for them. But this time around, Nkuku swerved them and moved to Chelsea. Now they want him back. And almost say a priority signing for team and friend Bayern Munich. Say Nkuku. Yes.
Priority.
Yes. So chinchina on me fano.
Wow.
Now Rich, my problem kitu ebi niye. And I think say I say me am abeke me say Chelsea for mama njima no nsi bone. Rich, I think say eto de bia player bi timi hwe team bi na wa hwe players e wo ho na wa ka che no ho say ekoba say membo me ho mode na me fight for first 11 in that team we are me are willing to do that than that team we me person me chance say na go 40 ase I think Nkuku e feel say player or yeno any standard no obe prefer to fight for a position in Bayern rather than to fight for a position at Chelsea. So other players now are available to two clubs now. Now let me give you an example. No Fiifi can be say Oko Bayern sisi ya Rich si ka say ye Bayern omo 4-2-3-1 na uyi Goretzka ana Lema any Kimmich free wa Oko animu ho na 3-1 no I want Nkuku bebo Inti either obo on the right, obo on the left, obo behind the striker, and also obo as the striker and Ankasamu. Now look at the place he was. On the right, Leroy Sani woho, Michael Olise woho. On the left, no, Obenya Brentford friend Kingsley Coman woho. Eto de bia, omo de Jamal Musiala koho, and also Leroy Sani be koho. Now striker no, Harry Kane. Who will be in him say so I have fit him quadia he plays for team friend Bayern. Number 10 no Thomas Muller and Jamal Musiala and any of the other wingers no depending on the game and the players of me available. Now Rich I hear me say Nkuku adwini no se me could be complete position with Coman, Olise, Sani, Musiala, Harry Kane. It makes sense to my level than to be where Mete Bencha, na me help back in this one. Jackson, Madweke, Sancho, and they are playing ahead of me comfortably. Say me bo Conference League na makoshe, but ye ba Premier League man na Mete Bench. Anytime be a member mu bia no, me ba me che say me a player bia me wo so. Expose am me wo for the French national team and for me even winning the best player in the Bundesliga. Many of these players in Nibi. But I sat on the Chelsea bench. And to which, for me, I think so that is why Nkuku want to leave Chelsea.
Okay.
So when Chelsea team ni mo on your starter na he want to be in that situation at Bayern rather than say at Chelsea. But Rich, because Sankaya playing time on Kwadia. And Nkuku any moving from Chelsea. Rich, I can tell you, it is not guaranteed at Bayern. Play no
on your starter.
Any guaranteed when gets on your starter, but any guaranteed. So as it's also there's a space at Bayern.
Yeah.
Look at the players of me available to Vincent Company, no. I hear for us, maybe or buy or Okato and you cry in Nkuku slot in there.
Olise the born or born.
Olise or Leroy Sani or Kingsley Coman or Jamal Musiala or Harry Kane. Why not go to know? You need to go and fight for it. But I think it is worth fighting for it at Bayern. Looking at the players in the baby Omeduno than to be fighting against Madwell, Kemone, Jackson, Abraham. So for me, that is what is making sense for me. Look. I am a year for tell. Barrich. I don't know what is going through the mind of Abrantino. But me sure say situation now Bayern, it will be any different when it comes to Chelsea. So when you're born even more Bayern. Which Matthias or Chelsea or
because Nkuku got bench.
You get it.
On home put bench.
At the bench.
Now tell.
Young fellas mun at the bench for Chelsea. So at the end of Chelsea, would all buy and our ball. But sometimes America can a different mentality. Maybe I been telling you say, okay, it is worth giving myself a chance at Chelsea, where I can fight for a position than Bayern, no? Because Bayern there, I say the players there no mean to be, but say me a chance for Chelsea there, Bia, not senior nay, a Pedro Neto came to Chelsea, no yes starter, but gradually yes, Oyaba starter, Sancho the same thing, and the Bia, Chelsea young team there, no. There's a more opportunity and a movie. Say me kwada no kwale me ho a metinye wura Mayeska team amanama baby our Chelsea gina but at Bayern say me players now ho na and I've worked under several coaches still now no me say dem team embon wura first level nim say me nya consistent games about and sometimes agents me take his decision no say look let's go for a new challenge na yen ko say e betimi awura ma he is a very very exciting player for me. Very, very exciting player for me. Chelsea, very, very powerful, straightforward, or direct, and our person, they may play on no. So if you bench Kraba, Rachel Kusisa Branton is playing with a lot of seriousness, and he is one player with my ball. English Premier League easily. Physically, he is there, ni pace, yeah, ni attitude, yeti. Obetimi Abua Klaba, ye friend Chelsea, and say a new challenge, man. Every crowd, no Kraba Buanamana up in the game. Let's run through 2 minutes.
Okay.
Games now, and then you know, now you have code Angel and for 4 games, and I also the Premier League game. This is how the table look. Look, there is a simple correction being best about the Pep Guardiola and Cristiano Serra story. No, me who say there are a lot of reports that they've married for 30 years. No, they've married for 11 years, but they've been together for 30 years.
Okay.
Yes, they saw each other in 94.
Okay.
But they were married in I think 2014.
Okay.
So that is the difference, you know. And Fiifi-Manfred, marital issues mentally, it will affect you as a person. You are saying, may I sure say probably but
any part don't say Sika. Aye.
Sika saying.
So ban no be obani piska. Well that bridge do ja.
Oh, okay. So Jano or Pepe. No.
What Japan? Because it's Pep cash no.
The signs were clear. Pep worry Obano in 2014 no. Oh me ya worry for. Wherever Pep Akobiano Obani dinechi. Baba Jane say in the last 4 years Sarah, I'm moving from England back to Barcelona. And in the last 4 years, Omuntimbom, send a first no Mutibom Sahano. In the last 4 years, Obana moving back to Barcelona and a perfect Manchester acronym. And you could see the problem have been there in the last 4 years now. And I look, I'm not following the giant to say it. You can wake up today and say, I say, I don't know, me wouldn't and understandably you will leave. And they say, na yeah, bo kwana busa panyi besim kunya na obetufo.
Yeah, so
sad no. Wait, Man City win over last 3 games. Brentford intimidity. Let's put that on record. Omunya club ha City adwe bia. City say omu in a good place that they've always accounted for team. Your friend Brentford. But Rich, there's one problem be. City team here CCA. So obo in a team in Mwemu anyway sir. I think City will concede. And it's a Man City person omo two omo resurgence no so omo back topper. Rich, they must score more than 1 goal to beat team I friend Brentford. That is my prediction for our game way. City against Brentford no. Brentford is a very very good team. And me said they will put a ball in the back of the net of City. How many City can respond? And I bet you say if City will be able to win that game way or not, I think so over 1.5. Chelsea against Bournemouth. Story now City ne Brentford won. It is the same thing at Chelsea ne Bournemouth war. Bournemouth in Timmy Chelsea cry. The last time Omusha even at the Vitality Stadium, 86 minutes and a Christopher Nkuku. Eko chao muti last hour na ka 4 minutes am yapon. Chelsea befi. Bournemouth enya problem with injury. Ivan Nelson akupra. Enti on team Bobby and Uchu Mutaya. Sango ha and ka hu Brooks. You will see Semenyo here, then Nelson here. Now one more attack line very very prominent. I didn't say my only problem is now Fiifi-Manfred. Is Mayaska still going to play a champion? Say no boy in the last Premier League game, no. And also Obobo Tosin because he came in the FA Cup and scored. Chelsea should be good enough to beat team a friend Bournemouth. Chelsea anya their crown. They should play a draw Fie. But Chelsea team a friend Bournemouth pa rich. Already friend say do Porter by still na no one from West Ham. They play against Fulham. Very very stubborn Fulham. The London Stadium. Ubeje say the last time our mushia no. Abanti a friend ends. 90 plus 5 minutes equalizer Edema West Ham. And Omunya 1-1 every Fulham home honum. I think say is going to follow the same thing. And your game is very very clear. Fulham was so kakra. But your game no so London. Team Sinimi no ebe timi ashe. The last one in the Premier League. And then Fiifi. Ose Liverpool beshe.
Beshe. Liverpool beshe.
Since I announced to we won lose 2 games pe. But ko not here for it.
Not here for me kai pa.
Omet
and
revenge man. Hey, my trust was but they will come in with Hossein Odo Sago no in that game, Elanga Games White and Chris Wood. Me say it will be a very very difficult game over 1.5 hour and I'm surprised. There is one big game. I was Serie A in Atlanta elbow fie against Juventus. Juve problem they say more a lot of injuries. Atlanta look very very strong. I think Atlanta favorite kakrabi because of the English situations are Tima Yefeno Juventus and there are some Bundesliga games confirm very very nice games and Europe and Numre sa betway coast me anyway na efa magic no ho mamemfa emma siana na we interest na so odi etwa bet be first one no 14 E0 E4 BD into 14 E0 E4 BD and a second one no and so 14 E10 4E3 14 E10 4E3 and a 14 E0 E4 BD 2 betway course and the games in a Europe no any amano any baby ano a combination of it to give you very 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 good selections are over to me extra now also so what to me the fact say yes and chess can be and can only first win and a casano now busan so